All right, they are gonna be working on the roof. So while they're working on the roof, all the AZAC plastic trim, let's take a walk and I'll show you this truck that I bought. They're stripping it now. So while they're doing that, I want to show you this truck that I bought. The reason I bought this truck is I got this truck off of my neighbor. It is a 2000, I believe, F450 7.3 diesel. It is a grain body dump. Now the body, I guess they left like grass and stuff in it, and it's been patched before and everything. So, and I think it's just cheap material, whoever built the body. It's not, you know, obviously a Ford body. So this is my neighbor's business. It's been around a long time, does a really good job. He sold me this truck for a pretty sweet deal, I'll tell you right now. Doggo likes it. But it's a rugby body. It's just cheap metal, you know, it's not a Ford. The Ford didn't build that body. I am sticking with the Ford because I do love the 7.3 diesel. My pickup truck that I drive, the black one right there, that has 246,000 original miles, never had a check engine light on in its life. The only problem with that truck is, other than it's been in a couple accidents and I've rebuilt it, this truck's plowed snow its whole life. So let's take a look at the bottom. And the calcium they put on the roads is bad too. So I don't know if you can see it. Look at, it's all rotted. You know, the other side's not that as bad, but you know, it's all rotted. So I need a new tool truck, which I don't know what I'm gonna do with this truck. I haven't decided yet. It might not be worth it. It's a shame. Let me curl my fatness out of here. But, you know, but you can see this truck here I bought is not ever been plowed with. I get you off the tripod here. That's my tripod. It's actually a laser tripod because the regular camera tripods are all crap. But you see this truck here? There's no rot. You know? No rot. Solid. Never been plowed with. I mean, it's still got shiny paint finish. I mean, it's got a little bit of rust, you know, like on the frames. Got like a little bit of surface rust. But it's two-wheel drive. It has a couple 100,000 miles on it, but it has a 7.3. I'm thinking of using my pickup truck as a parts truck, to be honest with you, because my pickup truck is just so far gone rot wise. I'm not really sure if I want to spend the money to fix it, the rot. It would be nice, but I think it just needs too much. So I'd rather just put it into this, because we really only need one tool truck, because I usually drive the dump truck and my son usually drives the tool truck, which is the pickup. I'm toying with the idea of putting an I-pack. I used to have a truck a long time ago that had an well actually it was an L-pack because it went down and had a little toolbox up the side. like an L pack toolbox there, and then a flatbed. I do know I'm doing a flatbed, just because I think I could put the hydro seeder on it also. So I'm not sure about the toolboxes. We may just end up with a big flatbed, but if I do a big flatbed, that means I'll have to put toolboxes down the sides, plus the fuel tank. So I'm thinking it would be really nice if I could just do the L or I pack toolbox there, then the flatbed with the headboard right there, and then put anything on the back, and then maybe in the toolbox I can slide that. I'll show you real quick how skinny it is. I believe it's only like a foot, maybe. See how skinny this fuel tank is? I think I could put this fuel tank in an L shape, or you know, the I, try to get you out of the sun here, an I toolbox. Then that also keeps my fuel locked up. That keeps it out of the rain and weather. And then I could probably put boy, the sun is nice today. Tomorrow I'm tearing down a house, but today I took time off to set these guys up on the roof. I had to make sure that they were all good to go. I had to move a bunch of stuff and make sure the dumpster didn't block anyways the driveway. Focus, Steve. Damn, ADD. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I could do a hose reel inside the tool box also, you know, because it'd probably be like this wide maybe. If I remember the other truck I had, that was a nice truck. The only problem is it had a 6.0. I sold it because it had a 6.0 in it, and that engine there is a good engine if you have $10,000 to $15,000 to throw at it. All my friends who had them threw 10, 15 grand at them to bulletproof them, and they were great. I am not trying to build a hot rod. I'm trying to build a work truck. I don't want to have all these aftermarket parts and crap into it. And I love the 7.3. I've never had a problem with it. And from what my neighbor was telling me, I was talking to somebody. Actually, I was talking to his son. He said this was basically the workhorse. But, you know, it's getting older. And he had told me he's basically not non-mechanical. He's not a welder. So for him to keep this, he would have had to do a bunch of work to it that he's not interested in. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe he just wanted something new. He got a 550 switch and go. I think he said that his hydro seeder, he has a big heavy duty fin, and he wanted a 550 for the weight rating to pull the hydro seeder around. And like I said, he always trades trucks in. For whatever reason, I've seen him with a lot of trucks come and go, but this one he's had since the beginning, and he just finally was willing to let it go. And I told him when he said, you know, he might sell it, I said, well, bring it right to my house and take the plates off. And that's what happened. It's mine now. Trying to think, maybe we should, because I can't go to work today. I took the day off to deal with, you know, moving stuff around for these guys. Maybe we should just cut this off today. Yeah, let's just cut this off. All right, what I'm thinking is, if I put the bed down, right, then I torch here. There's no bolt in there, so that'll just come off. Torch there, and torch there. Probably cut the wires for the lights to the bed because we don't need them. And then probably cut the hydraulic hose and everything here. then this whole thing should just slide right off if I pull it off with the excavator. And then I can get it away from the truck, and then pretty much we'll be able to cut it up on the ground. So we're gonna have to get some cutters to cut this. I might just burn it off with a torch, you know, be that guy who's super lazy. One of these is power, so I'll have to get some tape, cut it, and then tape it up so we don't have it arcing on anything. I really should probably do it the right way. Let me get some cutters. Alright, so I'm just gonna cut all these wires. Somebody will probably give me a hard time for using these because, you know, someone's always got something to say, but there was a guy on here that gave me a hard time for taking a cotter pin out with a pair of needle nose. In one of my videos, the video was called, it was changing the tie rod end on my Peterbilt. And he gave me a hard time because I took the Carter, whatever. I'm from Massachusetts. It's a cotter pin out with a pair of needle nose vice grips, which to me was just completely stupid and asinine of a comment from him, because the new one came with new cotter pin. So who the hell cares? I think he just wanted to tell me how he was ASE certified. I was rambling like a fool, and I cut the wire before realizing.
Yeah, well, if that goes down, it's gonna go down slow, right?
I don't know.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go clear this SD card and then I'll be back.
Yeah, be back. Hey, if I'm laying under here dead, okay?
Shut up.
Tell mom I said bye. Alright. Don't save me. I have a do not resuscitate. I'm getting out of this planet. If I get off this planet, I ain't coming back. Alright, so I cracked the line, and I got a drip pan. Now, I'm just gonna say, don't do this, okay? Just because you see me doing it, I've done it 100 times. Don't do this. It's extremely unsafe. Alright. Now, get out of the way, and it will slowly come down. This is extremely dangerous. I'm gonna say it maybe 2 more times. This is extremely dangerous. Don't ever do this. But I wasn't paying attention, and I cut those wires. So when you cut the wires, this is kind of like either you hook the wires back up or you do this. Now, I've done this so many times with different hydraulic situations, but I definitely wouldn't recommend this to anyone. And you have to give it the time to bleed off and come down. Like, it's coming down very slow. You can't just unscrew the thing. It'll just spray everywhere and fall down on you. The good thing of it is I'm draining the fluid at the same time, because we put all the fluid into the cylinder, and instead of going back into the reservoir that I'm going to remove, it's going to push it all out into that pan instead. So, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But like, I am going to say it again. Do not do anything you ever see me do. This is not a how-to video. And basically, it's coming down, but at a snail's pace. And I'm just staying the hell out of the way and letting it do its thing. All right, now that that come down and we got all the oil in the pan, so dog toy. All right, I'm gonna go under here and cut some of the wires. Then I think I'm gonna torch off where the hinge is. I think I only have to torch off 4 places. I gotta be careful though, not to like hurt the actual truck frame. All right, drop that in there. Backup alarm, I don't think so. I think the backup alarm is in the cross member for the truck. We do have to cut off the bracket for the filler neck though for the fuel. You know what I'm thinking? Let's just cut the bolt. Because I was going to keep this on the truck, but I actually don't like it. I have a bar for doing this, but I can't seem to find it. I think the rust. Got some rust jacking. Air chisel would be better, but we are so far away from the house. I'm doing this out here to stay away from the roofers. Watch out. These bolts here are through the factory cross member. They don't go down through this plate. So we don't have to worry about them. So the back should be off. If we torch the front brackets, we should, in theory, because this is a straight frame, we should be able to just pull this right off the back onto the ground. We'll see though. All right, so I pulled the drain bucket out of here because this fluid is flammable. So I think we cut these 2 bolts there. Those 2 bolts, and there's a front bolt right up there. And then we should be able to pull this off. Nothing else is connected. This little wire is connected, but it's not now. I'm probably gonna save this switch. Maybe, I don't know, for the other dump truck. That's the body up alarm. We may have to cut these off to get them out of the way. These fender brackets that are someone put on backwards anyways. The lip is facing this way. That's backwards. All right, what I'm gonna do is, instead of cutting the bolts right now, I'm gonna cut this plate because we have the hanger for the springs. So if I undo the bolts, this plate will go back and hit that. So if I cut this up here, it'll be a straight slide off the back. And then I can deal with these later. Alright, so that junk is off. Let me get the excavator, roll these torches up, get them safely out of the way, and maybe we'll just be able to grab this thing and yank it off the back. I think that plate is kind of jacked between the layers. Wonder if that dude will give me a hard time because I'm not using the right tool.
So stupid.
It is the stupidest thing. Not using the right tool to work on NASA's spaceship there. Oh, that's right. I'm not working on a spaceship. Clown. Anyways, I'm thinking if I cut here, it'll spread a little. You know what I mean? Relieve some of the pressure that's pinching it to the frame. It's all rust jacked in there, so that might be jamming it. Alright, so I cut that. Went up there, up that. That center piece is actually the truck's frame. So I'm wondering, now I'm going to take the hammer and try to bang this out a little. I'm wondering if I should just cut across here. Maybe. I don't want to cut into the truck. We only have to do one side, because once you get it loose, you can smack it that way. I'm gonna go on a slight angle.
Just hanging on by a thread.
There we go. Slip this way a little bit. As long as we don't hit the cab. I don't want to hit the cab.
Yeah, well, you're definitely not gonna be hitting the cab, but the frame rail slipped a bit.
Yeah, I don't care how much it slides. As long as we don't.
That's what I'm saying, you don't want it to slide off and then destroy the damn wheels.
Well, I cut everything that was sticking down.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if it slides off, the whole thing's gonna fall on the wheel.
Well, that's why you're here.
Yeah.
Indeed. I just wanted to lift it up to bring it. Yeah, keep going. Is it caught on something? Yeah. Yeah.
The frame rail's flaring at the end, so it might catch on the body. Yeah, I mean, no, not the body. This is flaring out at the end. You see? It's either flaring out or it's shifting to the left. You see how the bottom rail shifted to the left? No, they got it zip tied. I don't know what that means. They got some crap zip tied to the body. Oh.
All right, that pulled off like I thought.
Let me get a bunch of stuff with my cards done real quick. All right?
Yeah, okay.
I'll be back.
Yep.
Call me if you need some.
Yep.
Hey,
so the only...
Kind of nice. I see why you'd be wearing a vest in the winter now.
You like vests?
This is my first vest I've ever owned in my life. You believe that?
It's pretty sweet, huh?
I don't even need sleeves.
No, sleeves are for chumps.
Yeah. Vest? That's the move.
Yeah.
Chump.
Me chump. So, all this rust, I'm gonna have to touch that up where I scratched it. All this rust is pretty much from that bed. I might sandblast it. And I'm gonna paint the cab to match my Peterbilt. So that's gonna be blue, our company colors. Probably gonna clean out this tank too. I'll relocate that backup alarm because I'm probably going to recess and put in a flat plate there. Maybe, I don't know. It depends on what I buy for a bed. A lot of the flat beds, if I buy one or make one, they have everything. But you see, it's all just the surface rust. The paint's peeling. You know, metal's solid. Not, you know. So, fuel tank, plastic, which is good because the 1 ton that I had before, see, like, these are not supposed to be out like this. They're supposed to be clipped in. I'm gonna pressure wash all this off, you know. But the only rust was really where that bed was bolted. So I'm probably gonna undo that power wire. Actually, maybe we should just keep this. No, actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this for when the time comes to put my transfer tank on the bed, and I'll tape it to there and use it as a snake. Maybe, I don't know. This can all go. This is the controller for the dump body. That can get cut out and gone. We don't need that. Stickers are obviously when I paint the truck. So yeah, this is the introduction to this truck. Has a valid inspection sticker too. I'll show you. See, like, it needs to be painted anyways. Look at the clear coat is peeling, so we'll redo that. But this thing has a 2021 sticker, so everything works. I couldn't get through this. Look at this. I took this plate down. I cut through that plate and I couldn't figure out why, you know, the ears wouldn't spread apart on either side. It's because of this. I didn't know that until I took it down. But whatever, that's torching. So, alright guys, stay tuned for more work on this truck. I'm gonna break this up into parts. So this will be part 1 of my tool truck build. It's kind of long, but it's not crazy long. Anyways,